wandered into the depths of a dark forest, feeling the eyes of something unseen watching you? Somewhere out there in the Scandinavian wilderness, a mysterious figure waits. Beautiful yet deadly, she draws travelers into her world with promises of enchantment and mystery. But beware, she's not what she seems. Welcome to today's journey into the heart of Scandinavian folklore, where we unveil the secrets of the Huldra, a creature as captivating as she is dangerous. Stay with us as we unravel the truth behind the legends. And if you're ready to dive deeper into the mystical and the unknown, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Let's explore the shadows together. Gather round, my friends, as we journey into the deep, dark woods of Scandinavia, where the trees whisper secrets to the wind, and shadows dance with delight. Among the myths and legends that haunt these ancient forests, one creature stands out, captivating and confounding all who dare to speak her name. The Huldra. The Huldra, a creature of remarkable beauty with long flowing hair and a voice that could lull even the fiercest warrior into a daze, is not your average forest maiden. Oh no, she is far more than that. She is a being of enchantment, a supernatural seductress, and, depending on whom you ask, either a blessing or a curse to those who encounter her. One of the more charming stories, if you can call anything about the Huldra charming, suggests that she was once a child of Adam and Eve, hidden away when God came to visit. Embarrassed by their many unruly children, Eve hid some of them away, and when God asked if they had any more children, she lied. God, of course, was not fooled and declared that those children would remain hidden forever, becoming the hidden folk, the Huldi folk. But let's not get bogged down in biblical metaphors. Let's return to the woods, where the Huldra prowls, half temptress, half terrifying fiend. The Huldra hails from the vast and ancient forests of Scandinavia, a region encompassing Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, with some variations of her legend also found in Icelandic and Finnish folklore. Rooted deeply in Norse mythology and the rich oral traditions of the Scandinavian people, the Huldra story is influenced by the rugged landscapes and the cultural nuances of the region. Places where dense woodlands, dark fjords, and towering mountains dominate the landscape. The Huldra is also influenced by older Norse mythology and pagan beliefs, where the natural world was seen as alive with spirits and gods. She is often categorized among the hidden folk or Huldi-folk, beings who live just beyond the human realm, invisible to those who do not know how to look for them. In the Norse tradition, many natural phenomena, such as storms, earthquakes, or strange noises in the forest, were attributed to the actions of these hidden beings. The Huldra, with her ability to appear and disappear at will, fits neatly into this belief system, embodying the idea that the natural world is animated by spirits beyond our comprehension. Additionally, Norse mythology is filled with powerful female figures who are both protectors and destroyers, such as the Valkyries or the goddess Freya, who embodies love, beauty, and war. The Huldra can be seen as a distant echo of these mythic figures, a local forest spirit, who, like her more famous counterparts, wields both charm and wrath. Her ability to reward those who respect her or curse those who do not is a common theme in Norse myths, where the gods and spirits often demand respect and tribute from mortals. The stories of the Huldra also serve a social function within Scandinavian culture. They act as cautionary tales, warning against arrogance, disrespect for nature, and the dangers of wandering too far from the safety of the village. The forests of Scandinavia are not just dark and mysterious, they are inhabited by beings who demand respect and caution. The Huldra embodies this warning, a beautiful yet dangerous figure who tests the character of those she meets. In rural communities where tales of the Huldra were most prevalent, her story might have been used to enforce social norms, particularly around gender and sexuality. As a seductive forest spirit, she represents both temptation and danger. For young men, the Huldra might symbolize the peril of pursuing forbidden or illicit encounters, while for women, she might represent the consequences of stepping outside societal expectations. The Scandinavian region, with its long, dark winters and remote, untamed wilderness, has always been fertile ground for folklore and myth. In a place where nature could be both a nurturing mother and a merciless foe, it's no wonder that stories of supernatural beings like the Huldra would emerge. The people of Scandinavia lived in close proximity to these vast, mysterious forests, which seemed to harbor secrets and spirits just beyond the reach of human understanding. In this context, the Huldra is often seen as a nature spirit or a forest guardian, embodying both the beauty and the danger of the wild. Her legend reflects the duality of nature itself, at once beautiful and bountiful, yet also unpredictable and perilous. The forests were essential to Scandinavian life, providing wood for building and fuel, game for food, and a source of magic and mystery. The Huldra personifies this relationship, appearing in folklore as a figure who could either bless a respectful traveler or punish one who showed disdain for the natural world. The imagery and characteristics of the Huldra are directly influenced by the natural world of Scandinavia. Her hollow back, for instance, reflects the hollowed-out trees often found in the deep forests, decayed, yet still standing, much like ancient guardians of the woodland. This feature symbolizes the hidden dangers that can lurk within seemingly beautiful surroundings, a reminder to those venturing into the woods to tread carefully. The detail of her back also represents the idea of something being not quite right, an outward beauty masking something uncanny or otherworldly, much like how the deep forests can be alluring yet treacherous. The Huldra's animal tail, whether that of a cow or a fox, also ties her closely to the natural world. In Scandinavian culture, the cow is a symbol of fertility and rural life, suggesting the Huldra's connection to both nurturing and pastoral elements. In contrast, the fox represents cunning and trickery, hinting at her deceptive nature and her ability to outwit humans. These tales are not just quirky physical traits, they serve as reminders of her duality, her capacity for both kindness and mischief. The Huldra, a creature of both allure and mystery, is a sight to behold. If you can catch more than just a fleeting glimpse, her appearance is both strikingly beautiful and subtly unsettling, a juxtaposition that has both captivated and terrified those who claim to have seen her. To the untrained eye, the Huldra might appear as the epitome of feminine beauty. She often presents herself as a stunning young woman with long, flowing hair that cascades down her back like a waterfall of gold or dark chestnut. Her hair is said to shimmer in the dappled sunlight that filters through the forest canopy, a natural crown that moves with a life of its own, almost as if it's part of the forest itself. Her skin is fair and flawless, with a faint, almost ethereal glow that seems to reflect the moonlight, even in the darkest parts of the woods. Her eyes are perhaps her most captivating feature. Depending on the tale, they might be described as deep blue, like the fjords of Norway, or a vibrant green, mirroring the moss-covered forest floor. When she looks at you, it's as if she can see straight into your soul, her gaze both inviting and unnerving. Her lips, full and often curved into a knowing smile, suggest both innocence and something far more dangerous, a hint that she knows secrets you could never fathom. But all is not as it seems. The Huldra's beauty is beguiling, but those who look closer might notice something is slightly off. It's not just her unnaturally perfect appearance, it's something more subtle, an uncanny sense that she doesn't entirely belong in the world of men. Her back, for instance, is her most famous and infamous feature. From the front, she appears perfectly normal, but from behind, her back is hollow, resembling the trunk of an old, decaying tree. Some legends describe this hollow as rough and bark-like, a stark contrast to her smooth, radiant skin. This hollow is not just an aesthetic feature, it's a mark of her connection to the forest, a living reminder of her otherworldly origins. The Huldra's clothing, much like the rest of her, is a curious blend of the familiar and the foreign. She might wear a simple dress made of woven forest fibers, blending seamlessly with the foliage around her, or she might don garments that shimmer and change color with the light, as if made from the very fabric of the forest itself. Her attire is often practical, suited for wandering the dense woodlands, yet somehow always just a bit too perfect, too pristine for someone who lives in the wilderness. When she moves, it is with a grace that defies human capabilities, her steps barely making a sound on the forest floor, as if she's gliding rather than walking. Her presence is both comforting and unsettling, a creature of undeniable beauty with just enough hints of the bizarre to make you question what you're seeing. If you were to stumble upon a Huldra in the forest, you might initially think yourself blessed, or perhaps cursed, with the company of the most beautiful woman you've ever seen. With her golden hair cascading down her back and a gaze that could melt even the most frozen heart, she is a sight to behold. Now, before you let your imagination run wild, let's set the record straight. This isn't some quirky fashion choice. It's a mark of her supernatural nature. The hollow back, It's a reminder that she is not fully human, a being caught between two worlds, the tangible and the ethereal. And the tale? Well, that's just the universe's way of saying, hey, maybe don't trust this one so quickly. The Huldra is a creature of many talents, most of which revolve around trickery and seduction. It is said she lures men into the woods with her beauty and enchanting voice. If you're lucky, she might simply dance with you, steal a kiss, and let you go with nothing more than a memory that will haunt your dreams forever. But woe betide the man who displeases her. Tales tell of men who refused her advances or tried to outsmart her, only to be dragged into the depths of the forest, never to be seen again or to be found days later, bewildered and dazed, muttering about strange lights and voices in the trees. Yet, the Huldra isn't all bad. Some stories speak of her kindness to those who show her respect. She might lead a lost traveler back to the path, or even bestow a blessing of good luck and fortune. There's even a tale of a farmer who stumbled upon a Huldra while tending his sheep. Rather than run in fear, he offered her a piece of bread. In return, she blessed his farm with abundant crops and healthy livestock for years to come. However, it's best not to test your luck. The Huldra has a capricious nature, much like the forest she calls home. Now, let's dive into some of the more unsettling theories about the Huldra. Some folklorists suggest that the Huldra may have originated as a symbol of nature's untamed and unpredictable spirit, a warning to those who might disrespect the natural world. She embodies the forest's beauty and danger, a living reminder that the woods are not just a backdrop for our adventures but a world unto themselves, with rules and spirits all their own. Others propose that the Huldra is a manifestation of repressed desires and fears, a projection of the human psyche onto the landscape. In this view, she represents both the allure of the unknown and the fear of losing oneself in it. To meet a Huldra is to confront the wild, uncharted territories of one's own mind. And then there are the really wild theories. Some claim that the Huldra is a vampire of sorts, not in the traditional fang and blood sense, but an emotional vampire. She feeds off the energy of those she encounters, drawing sustenance from their admiration, fear, and confusion. Perhaps this explains why she's always so keen to draw people into her forest lair. Or maybe she's just lonely. After all, eternity is a long time to wander the woods by oneself. Today, the Huldra remains a beloved figure in Scandinavian folklore, her story told and retold in various forms, from oral tales to literature, and even in modern media. She represents a link to a past where the natural and supernatural worlds were closely intertwined, a reminder of the deep respect and weariness that the Scandinavian people have always held for their vast, untamed landscapes. In essence, the Huldra is more than just a mythical creature. She is a cultural symbol, shaped by the unique blend of nature, mythology, and social values of Scandinavia. She is a guardian of the old ways, a spirit of the deep woods who continues to captivate, intrigue, and yes, even frighten those who dare to venture into her domain. To behold the Huldra is to experience a paradox. A creature that embodies both the allure and danger of the wild, she is at once familiar and alien, beautiful and terrifying. Those who see her and live to tell the tale speak of an encounter that is as unforgettable as it is disquieting, for in the depths of her enchanting eyes and in the graceful curve of her hollow back, there lies a mystery as old as the forest itself. A reminder that some things in nature are best admired from a distance. And so, should you find yourself wandering through a Scandinavian forest, keep your eyes open and your wits about you. For the Huldra might be watching, her gaze fixed on you, her next potential plaything. And if you do see her, remember, beauty can be as much a curse as it is a blessing. So, dear listener, the next time you find yourself in a dark, mysterious forest, whether it be in Scandinavia or somewhere a bit closer to home, keep your wits about you. Listen to the wind, watch for signs, and, whatever you do, don't be too quick to trust a beautiful stranger with a hollow back and a charming smile. The Huldra is still out there, you see, waiting for her next visitor. And who knows? That visitor might just be you. And so the legend of the Huldra lives on, deep in the forests of the north, waiting for the next traveler who dares to venture into her domain. Were the stories mere myth, or could there be truth behind the tale? Perhaps one day you'll find out for yourself. If you enjoyed unraveling this mystery with us and want more stories of magic, myths, and hidden wonders, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a new adventure. What other secrets are out there waiting to be discovered? Let's find them together. Until next time, keep exploring the unknown.